This story begins in the mid-1990s. Nintendo was riding high with consoles like the SNES and the Game Boy, but little did they know that on the horizon, 3D gaming was rising. Sony working on the PlayStation, Sega was working on the Saturn. Nintendo needed something to stand out. Enter Gunpei Yokoi, excuse the pronunciation, the legendary creator of the Game Boy. He worked with a company called Reflection Technology, and they devised a new type of screen using red LED lights and mirrors. It wasn't true VR, but Nintendo saw a potential. The result was Virtual Boy. This was a red and black tabletop system that promised to take you into another dimension. On paper, it was exciting. Nintendo hyped it as the future of gaming. However, in reality, the Virtual Boy was awkward. Nintendo said it was portable, but you couldn't really carry it around. To play it, you had to set it down on a table and they kind of lean into it. The graphics, only red and black, no other colors, no other shades, and this kind of wireframe graphics that ended up giving a lot of gamers headaches. And then there was the game library. Fewer than 25 titles were released worldwide. There were a few bright spots. There was Mario Tennis and Wario Land, but there was no Mario 64, no Zelda, none of the big hitters. Without killer apps, the console struggled. And the price, $179 in the US. Now, in 1995, that was an incredible amount of money to spend on something, especially when it didn't deliver on its promises. The Virtual Boy sold only 770,000 consoles worldwide. That was a disaster compared to the tens of millions that the SNES and the Game Boy were selling. Retailers quickly lost interest, and Nintendo, already focused on their next generation system, the Nintendo 64, quietly pulled the plug. And less than a year after the launch, the Virtual Boy was discontinued. But Nintendo admitted it as a failure, and Gunpei Yokoi, sorry for the pronunciation, the guy behind the Game Boy, took most of the blame, and then, not long after, left Nintendo altogether. The Virtual Boy is still Nintendo's worst-selling console altogether, but it wasn't all completely in vain. It showed that Nintendo was willing to take risks, and some of the 3D ideas later evolved into the 3DS, which, let's be honest, wasn't a failure. So what do you think though? Was the Virtual Boy doomed from the start, or was it way ahead of its time? Let us know in the comments, and let us know maybe what you want us to talk about next time. Remember, like and subscribe, and please make sure you come back for more analysis of gaming history.